Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn an introduction to Visual Basics or fundamentals of VBA. Let me have a look on this example. This is the data you have and you have to replace 2016 with 17. This is the basic code. Second, you have to segregate first and last name in two different columns. How do we do this? Let me show you. With VBA macro, you can perform this or you can perform this with Excel formula also. Let me show you how you can do it with Excel formula. First, we see that this is not a date. This is text format. If you apply substitute function got 4 arguments: text, old text, new text, and instance number. So that last argument, instance number, you have in a square bracket. That means that this argument is optional. You can omit that. So this is the text. What is old text? Inverted comma, 2016 is the old text. And what is new text? 2017. Now the question is instance number. Either we can skip it or either we can define at what instance you want to replace 2016 with 17. If you skip that globally in this selected cells or in the respective cells or in the respective text, it will replace everywhere 2016 with 17. In case if you skip the last argument, instance number. If you want to keep it, you have to mention at which instance you want to replace 16 with 17. So here we have to replace everywhere. So you can see that this is what we have achieved. Now let me go back to my second example. If you see this data, we have to segregate first and last name with the formula. So let me show you how we can do that. First name, and there we can write last name. Now, first name. So you can see first name, the logic is space -1, because all the first names you are seeing here, they have different length. So you can see this Brian. How many characters are there in Brian? There are 6 characters, right? BRI. 3, 4, 5. There are 5 characters, but space position is 6. So 6 minus 1, 5. If you see Lavan, how many characters are there? 3, 3, 7. 7 characters are there, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8th is the position of space. 8 minus 1, 7. So we have to find out space first. Let's see how do we do that. Equal to, we have to use left function. From left, how many characters we have to extract? Again, number of character. You see, this is again a square bracket argument. If you skip that, by default, the value is 1. So you will see B. But we need all the characters before space. So let me get into the code. How many characters we require? Space -1. So let's find out space. So this is the space. Where are we locating? Over there. Now, again, in this formula, in the find formula itself, we have a square bracket argument, or by default, start number is 1. So you can ignore it. -1. So if you see that the position of this argument is, you can see the position. Let me show you how you can see the position. 6th is the space position. 6 minus 1, 5. So from left, 5 character you can extract. You see this formatting is different. This formatting is different. Very simple. Just simply select this, go to Format Painter. One time you click and you can see that. So if you want to retain this formatting until or unless you are done with other formatting, okay, so what you can do, you can just click this and 2 times you have to click. 1, 2. Now this will retain as long as you wish. You can select this, you can select this. Now, if you don't want, or if your task is over, you can simply press escape. That formatting is gone. So gone means now you can no longer format other data. Okay, you have to again click on format printer. So you can double click and as much as you wish, you can format the data. Now it looks good, right? As you can see, this is different. Very simple. You click this one time, you can do and see everything is fine. So you can make it bold, Control B. Okay, last name. How do we get last name? So a lot of people, everybody has a different way of thinking. So here, what people do sometimes, they actually do this thought process. Substitute. What are we going to substitute, guys? In this is the old text and new text is blank. So people sometimes do that to extract the another name. And now you see that it got some leading space. So we have a function called trim. Once you apply this formula trim, which can remove leading, trailing, or middle space. Let me tell you something about Excel, which millions of people are not even aware about it. I challenge you. Even though they have 20 plus years of experience, people are not aware about this trick. And you will be surprised to know in Excel, we have two types of space. One is space bar space, which we do it every second or every day we deal with space bar space. What is another space we have in Excel? That's called non-breaking space. We will talk that in our further recordings or videos. But today I thought I should do something for my audience. Guys, whoever is watching this recording, please approve my YouTube channel. This is just for all the beginners, whoever is VB enthusiast, want to explore something, want to automate basic stuff, to just to relax your life. I'm, making all of you come across such scenarios. So you can see that I'm getting my data and space has been removed. So this is the last name we are getting. But guys, I don't like this way. The problem here is that what if somebody got something repeated? You never know, but that's a rare chance. But this is not reliable at all. I don't approve this formula. Then what is the another way? What is the other way to extract the last name? What is the other way to extract the last name? I tell you a lot of ways. First, I don't like this, so I remove this. Or let me park it to the left or to the right, okay? Now, how do we do this with other way? Very easy way is that you can use right function. From right how many character, but make sure the right word, the word which is located to the right, has to be extracted thoroughly. So you have to find out total length. You know the total length? So space is also a character. All right. Minus this total length minus space. Find what are we finding? Space. Where are we finding here? Or start number by default value is 1. That's all. And see that, guys, we got the answer. This I approve it. But again, there is some problem in this logic also. Why? What if somebody has third word also in the name? So this cannot be the last name. ABC is the last name, right? So you can see this is actually the first attempt. This is second attempt. Again, this is right. People do that, but let me, show you something best. Okay, let me show you something best. What is best now? Now I'm showing you something best. How do we extract the last name? So this is okay. This is okay. Now last name. Very simple. Just see we are using substitute function. Now this is the text. What is old text? Guys, old text. This is the space. Let me repeat the space around 20 times. Okay, wrapped. Wrapped is the function. And what are you repeating? Space. How many times? 20 times. And see that, guys, this is the text. Let me show you. This is the text now. After you have replaced the space 20 times, you got this. And very simple. Now from right, you can extract 20 characters. So it's rarest. You don't have any word containing 20, characters. If you have any concern, you can increase the length. Maybe you can see 50. See that possibility has already been eliminated now. Now see that this is the last name, ABC. If I add here BBB and see that my data is coming good. And now what are we left with? Simply use trim function. This is the function which is removing space bar space, and this is the last but best approach. All right. So now this video I am recording in the midnight today on 9th of June. How do we find out the way to solve this with coding? It's super easy, guys. So you can use ChatGPT, you can use multiple solutions to that. But still, if you come across a recurring uh, task which you come across on daily basis, how you can solve with coding. Let me erase now everything. Okay. Now, how do we do with coding? So guys, first you have to save this file with VBA macro extension. Press F12. This is the keyboard shortcut. F12 you can press. Otherwise, you can go to File, Save As. This is absolutely long cut. This is long cut. I don't like it. So better you go F12. Once you go F12, Save As type should be Excel macro enabled workbook. And you have to find out where do you want to, save this macro. So you can mention here VBA code, my first automation. All right. Excel macro enabled workbook. You can save this. Make sure you remember the code you're writing. All right. Now, what are we going to do here? You have to go to developer, but you have to ensure that it should be there. How do we get it on the ribbon? Go to file, go to option, and go to where, customize ribbon. And you have to check this. Like if you have this, you have to check this, click OK, it will reflect on the top in the ribbon. Go to ribbon, Visual Basic, the keyboard shortcut, Alt F11, select this. Now see the data side by side. Insert module. Once you have that module, you have to write the code with sub. What are we going to do? We are going to write two macros. Okay, macro is nothing but set of instructions which you are writing in the form of code. You're training your, macro to perform this task, which is recurring for you. Sub data. And one more thing, it doesn't accept the space. If you want to write data after that, something like that, or it does not accept the space. So always remember, instead of a space, you can give underscore, or it should not be starting with any number. You can add number at the end, anywhere in the middle, but don't put it in the beginning. You see that error is coming. So it will not accept the number in the beginning. And see that once I select somewhere else and sub automatically came. So subroutine, what is the macro name? The macro name should be data or date. Date, replace, year. So any meaningful name you can give, which you can easily understand. Otherwise, if you keep on writing code, you might forget what did you write and what does that is all about. So how you can operate this code? Very simple. So first you make a meaningful name. You can give data. So data is the sheet. So you can write here the syntax worksheets data dot activate. So this is the first line of code you have to remember. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Since we are learning, we are in the beginning stage. Let's make this tool static and focus on the formula. How many records are there? There are 51 records, inclusive of header. So you have to apply loop, for loop, for I equal to 2 to 51. And this is next I. Very simple. And now you see that From second row onwards, the loop will happen. As you know that this is the text. This is not a date, right? How we ensure that data will locate in B column? So you have to mention here active sheet. Active sheet dot cells. Guys, cells got two attribute, row and column. So the first is row, like row is I, and column is 2. So 2 column, second column is static. You have to mention this way, dot value equal to. So you have to understand which formula we applied in Excel earlier. The same formula we have to apply in VBA. So we have to write substitute. So once you write substitute, you see that nothing is coming, right? Why it is not coming? If you write VLOOKUP, nothing is happening. But if you write mid formula, something is happening. You can see the argument. If you write left argument, I can see. If you write right function, argument is coming. Okay. So you have to understand, if very simple, if you are applying any formula first time, so this is one hack, I am discussing with you. You can apply application dot worksheet function dot substitute. So this way you can access that formula. Now, you cannot interpret the argument, but it follows almost same argument which you have in Excel. Okay, 90% we have same. There are couple of functions where it might confuse you. So how we ensure that what is the value? So in the substitute, let me copy this value. Control C. This is my value, but this is the destination where you want your output, which is to second column, but your text located in first column. So this is my text. What is old value? Of course, we have 2016, and what is new value? Of course, we have 2070. That's all. So the code is done, guys. This is first approach. Now you have to run this code step by step. You have to press F8. See that if you are in sheet 2, let's see how this is coming to data sheet. And you can see that you want output in second column. See that output is coming. So the A column got 2016 year, and B column is replacing 2016 with 2017. As you can see, it is doing. So I'm pressing F8. I'm pressing F8 and see that output is, you can see this output. What is happening here? What is happening in this formula? I comma 1. What is happening? This value is changing 9th of March. So is it a date? Now it is coming this format. Can you see 3917? 3917. Why this is not working, guys? Because once again, you can see the code 2017. 2016 has been replaced with 17, right? Substitute active sheet dot cells I comma 1. I is the row, and it is working, but I can see some issue. Now see that this is the problem. It is working. This is working. This is working. This is working, guys. This is working. And now see that this is okay, but this format is changing over there. Why it is happening? Let me show you something. Let's see how we can change this. See, in Excel, when we did that, it was super easy. Now the format is lost. So how do we solve this problem? It's actually active sheet dot cells I comma 2 dot value. We want to retain the same format. How do we do that? In this case, what if I insert this? Okay, let me run it again. Maybe the formatting is disturbed, and let me run again in the B column. And this time I'm just running F5 and see that, is it working? This is, I want same format. I don't want this format. I don't need this format, because see, the output is correct, but I don't need this format. How can I retain the same format? over there. So still the result is not coming. Whichever result I need, that result is still not coming. So in that case, what can I do, guys? So I tell you something. If you want to retain the same formatting, so you can actually put this. And now you see that whether it works or not. F8 I'm pressing and see that. See, why I'm doing that? You are putting this value. Why can't we apply this value there itself? Okay. And let me run it again from the beginning. Reset and F8 and see what happens, guys. You see that the format we have retained. As you can see, the format we have retained. Super simple, right? If you see that after we have replaced the format, you know, what can you do? You can copy the same code, Control C. You have to write there 2 times. I'm telling you why, because first or two, okay? Because you want output in first column also, right? And this time you want to replace this with blank, agree? And same here, you want to replace this vertical bar with blank. Can you see that? But this is happening in first column. Now this is happening in second column. And this is fine. And let me run it from the beginning. Let me remove this data. Okay. And let me remove this also. Like I'm pressing Control H. That vertical bar I'm replacing with blank. Okay. Now you see that I want to retain the same format, but 2016 should be replaced with 17. And let's see how does it work. I am resetting the code and running in one go. Now see that the problem here is that our code has did this also. No problem. But still, how we can achieve that, guys? But I hope you are finding this interesting. But still, I tell you, we can achieve the same without even disturbing the format. Because while changing year, we are getting this format, which is okay, but I want to retain the previous format. So let me show you how do we do that. So guys, now as I mentioned that while changing 2016 to 17, this formatting is also a bit disturbed. But how do we ensure that the previous formatting should be intact or 2017 formatting should be same as a column, but year will be different? How do we do that? So I had this data already, which I wanted to show you. I'm coming back here. So that was the format. And we have that code ready. But as you know that once we change here, the data is absolutely causing some issue. Then how do we fix that data? So let's see if I run it step by step again. This is the format and we are getting this. Okay. Now this is the format. It is actually coming that way. And which is actually okay, but it might cause problem at the bottom. So what we can do here? What we can do here? Why can't we give, because it's already a text, right? Why can't give some space over there? We can give some space, though it is not a date. So let's see, we can give the space. So nobody will get to know whether we have that space or not, right? Now you understand, we solved the problem. So that is the logic. So I was talking about we should not disturb the formatting because we should retain that. This is the only solution you have in VBA to retain this formatting after you change year. And you can see both formatting are same except year. Otherwise, if you don't do this, you will lose the formatting. Okay? Because though it is not a date, but once you replace that, it convert that. And second thing, if you replace also, like if you don't want to use this also, let's not use these two codes. Okay, I'm showing you something else. Already it is copied. I'm pasting over there, Control V. And let me erase this now. Now, let's try this solution also. When you are, changing 2016 to 17, or how we can do that. Maybe you can give some space here. Let's see, or you are replacing, and let's not touch this also, because you have to do some kind of discovery in the code, how you can achieve that. And see that, guys, without even disturbing this, we are getting this format, right? Now you have this record. I hope you found this useful. So this is all about understanding your code. And one more thing, when you write a small VBA code, you can see the syntax is too long. So you can actually make a breakpoint like this, out space underscore. Let me show you. Space underscore. And see that you have broken the code, which has shifted to the next line. So this is the basic code. I hope, guys, you found this useful. For more such videos, share, subscribe, and love my channel. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.